Hi, everybody. We're getting ready. I've got a meeting to go to tonight, and I would like to do a get ready with me. So stay tuned. As you can see, I have to draw on my eyebrows. I still have to put my foundation on. I've got my eyes to do, and we're starting with a fresh face. No, that's not makeup under my eye. That's just how dark my circles are. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's do it. Let's get into this, shall we? Okay, first we're going to start with the Milani eyeshadow primer because I do my eyes first. And this is the little thing of eyeshadow primer. It is only like $6 or $7. It's really cheap, but it works. It makes my eyes last all day long. As you saw in the last video, they lasted a good 11 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going. I'm trying not to keep my mirror in the way of the camera, so I gotta look sideways to do this. So how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a good day. I had to work, and now I am just doing a quick get ready with me before I go pick up my husband. He is a counselor and one of my heroes because he listens to everybody's stuff, and he still comes home and tries to be happy-go-lucky, even though, you know, he's listening to people's badness. There's the things that they're going through that aren't easy to go through. And you know, when you take in all that negative all the time, it can really bring you down. That's my dog. Okay, my dog stopped barking, so here we go again. All right, so let's see, what do I want to do? Well, I haven't cleaned my brushes since I used them this morning, so we'll go in with what we used this morning. I'm going to use this little Too Faced Frosted Strawberry Pop-Tarts. It's so cute. Look at this color story. Isn't that adorable? But I'm going to use, which shade am I going to use? Bake It Happen. This is going to be my little transition shade in the crease of my eye, so that way all the other makeups blend together and they look really pretty. I already primed with my Milani primer. It went on beautifully, and that just blended like a champ. All right, let's get the other eye. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm trying to hustle because I can spend forever doing makeup. It's just so much fun to play with makeup, to me. And I love, 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 love eyeshadows. Anyways, as I was saying, my husband, he's such a trooper. He comes home and, you know, when you have to work in an environment that can be brutally sad, it can bring you down. So when I go to work, I try to have a good mood all the time because it's brutal. You know, working in the kitchen is brutal and it's no fun and nobody likes it and it sucks anyway. So you might as well have a good time, in my not so humble opinion. So I try to have a good time. I try to bring a good time with me. I try to help people have a good mood, and we giggle a lot. There's a lot of times that we're just cracking it up and tearing it up and having a good time, and still working, still getting our stuff done. But my husband, being a counselor like he is, you know, he sometimes hears a lot of bad stuff that's going on in people's lives, and he's there for them, and he helps people. So he's my champion. I love him so much. He just, and you know, he doesn't bring home the badness that he hears at work. He's able to leave it at work and come home and just try to be happy. And he supports me. He supports the fact that I want to play with makeup all the time, and that I want to do videos. And so he bought me the new Bailey Sarian, Fatally Yours too. Oh, for Christmas. I got the Glamlite Willy Wonka for Christmas. And I also got the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette for Christmas. And then we bought, at a deep discount, some other Glamlite palettes, because he wanted to support me doing videos. And he said, well, you're going to need palettes to do your videos. He wanted to buy me the Pat McGrath Mothership. And I'm like, why would you do that? That's so expensive. And he says, you need good stuff to do your videos. I didn't tell him I'm not much of a fan of Pat McGrath. I think she's expensive for no reason, but I've never tried her eyeshadow palettes. Now, that's not to say that if I got lucky like Tati did and ran across a Pat McGrath palette in a TJ Maxx or something someday, that I wouldn't pick it up at a deep discount. That's for sure. But I'm not going to spend over $100 on a palette. That's just... And when I watch videos and I hear people talk about how there's this quality and that quality and you don't know what you're going to get, why would I want to play Russian roulette with my money? I work hard. I work really hard for my money, and I want my makeup to work the first time I use it. I don't want it to have to be something that that is a hit or miss. It might work this time, it might not. So I want it to work all the time. And so I intensively study my little makeup gurus on YouTube. I love to watch Allie Dawson. Oh, she is so sweet. If you've never heard of her, check her out. Heather Austin's another one that's so sweet. I started YouTube watching Tati Westbrook, the Glam Life Guru, and boy, that woman's been through it, hasn't she? And I really, really liked her. But sometimes when I watch her videos, she really sounds like a commercial. So I started watching other people too. I love Little Miss Morgan Turner. Now that woman, she rates makeup like crazy, and she's adorable. All these little kids to me, because let's face it, I'm 51 years old, and these women are so much younger than me, and I should have been doing makeup in my 20s, in my 30s, but that just didn't happen. It wasn't in the cards for me. I honestly thought that to do makeup, I had to have a cosmetology license of some sort. So when I was 16, I got my high school diploma and I went to beauty college. Because, well, at the time I was on probation for fighting, so I had to be in some kind of school since I was on probation for getting into a fight, because, you know, as kids we do stupid things. And let me tell you, I'm a hard learner. Took me a while. Obviously, look at me now. I've come so far. Look, Mom, top of the world. But seriously, I did beauty college because I wanted to do special effects makeup. That's pretty. That is so pretty. And in Hollywood, I grew up in California. And so I went to the beauty college. I did the thing. I did all the hours. But in order to get my license, see, I have fallout, and that is why I do my eyes first, because my makeup's not on, and I'm not going to mess it up by cleaning up the fallout. Now this makeup's pretty good, and I think the fallout is my fault because I choose to use my fingers. I have big man hands. Old man hands. And so when I use my fingers for the glitter, it's too big. But oh, isn't that pretty? Can you see the shifts? Aren't they pretty? Anyways, I needed to test out to get my license. When I went to test out, I passed the written part, no problem. It was the practical. I missed it by 3 points my first time. And it cost $100 to take the test. This was back in 1989. And so I refiled. I had to wait another 3 months to get a test date. Well, while you wait, you're not allowed to practice doing hair or makeup or nails or anything because it's illegal. However, the school that I went to offered to let you go practice, and pay by the day. And that was $100 a day, which sister didn't have $100 a day. So I didn't get to practice while I waited. So now you're talking 6 months out of school. And I didn't pass. So I did it again. I refiled to take the test. I was determined. This is what I wanted to do. 9 months out of school, no practice, nothing. Well, if you don't use it, you lose it. Have you ever heard that saying? So I obviously was losing my skill, and I kept going back and kept going back. I went to take that exam 5 times. 5 times I failed it. So I just figured it wasn't for me. Lo and behold, fast forward, and I find this video of this beautiful young lady who is looking to find her niche in makeup. And she doesn't know what to do, so she asks, would it bother some people if I talked about the Chris Watts case? And I'm like, oh, do tell, do tell. So she did a get ready with me doing the Chris Watts. As you can probably guess, it was Bailey Sarian. I just, oh my God, love, love, love Bailey Sarian. She's my kind of gal. Anyways, I started following her when she had about 100,000 followers or so. She's up to what, like 8 million now? Bless her heart. She just blew up. But I was watching one of her videos, Get Ready With Me, and she was talking about how she became a makeup artist. And do you know, that child did not even go to school. Nope, nope. She went to Sephora, and they hired her, and they liked her. And this girl discovered her, and she was a makeup artist, so she let Bailey, you know the story. Anyways, lo and behold, to do makeup, you don't need a cosmetology license. I did not know that. I was like today years old when I found that out. I am just like, oh man, I could be doing videos. I done raised my kids. I got one that's about to graduate high school. And that's it. And she lives with her daddy. So here I am, living the dream, as they say. Where is that light coming from? Do you see that white light? I'm still learning all this lighting stuff. I'm not sure. Okay, that's better. But, okay, so my eyes are done. They've got the nice, pretty purpley shifts. Oh, okay. So now I'm going to prime. Today, I'm going to prime with the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I really like this. It's got a cooling sensation when you put it on, and it holds my makeup all day. It does its job. So what more is there to say? Let's get her done because I don't have a lot of time. And yes, I just went in with my finger. I just took a shower, so my finger is clean. I don't really need a primer because this makeup is just not going to be on that long. But I'm bougie. I like it, so I wear it. Okay. Then we're going to go in with good old Revlon Color Stay Longwear Makeup. I use the shade Oatmeal 140. Who'd have thunk I'm an oatmeal? I look like oatmeal? Do I look like oatmeal? I guess I look like oatmeal. I guess that's a nice way to say light beige, huh? You know, the funny thing is I'm half Hispanic, but I don't look it. For one, I shave my heritage off. Yeah, there's my little e.l.f. dual-ended complexion brush. Trusty little e.l.f. Let's get this on the mug. The other thing I don't do is I don't use concealer. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, YouTube people, but I asked ChatGPT Plus. I don't know if any of you use ChatGPT, if you're into AI or not, but I asked what was the difference between concealer and foundation. Because you're going to spend the same amount for a concealer, $30, whatever, $13, whatever, or if it's drugstore or high end, like you do for your foundation. But the concealer, or the foundation, you get an ounce, and the concealer, you get like 1/10 of an ounce or 1/3 of an ounce. And you just don't get as much product, but you're paying the same price. So I asked, what's the difference? And as the great Marlena Stell, now I am going to plug these women that I've been watching on YouTube because I've learned a lot watching YouTube the last few years about makeup, you know, because I was completely out of it because I wasn't in beauty college anymore and I had no idea. I didn't continue to learn the craft. Well, now I'm sort of an armchair quarterback when it comes to this stuff. But the difference between concealer and foundation is the thickness or the viscosity. So concealer tends to be thicker than foundation, but you can use concealer as foundation or vice versa. So what I like to do, because I accidentally got this in a too light of a shade, the e.l.f. Soft Glam. Now this does not last as long as this on the face. This is pretty good. It's pretty decent. It's only $8. But I like to use this as a concealer because of its thickness. See, look. See? That bead's not going anywhere. It's just staying right there. It's just as thick as can be. and you get a whole ounce for $8. So if you just kind of get a little bit lighter shade or too light of a shade, use it as your concealer. It's got the power to last. You don't need but a drop of it. But what I hated was spending so much for concealer and not getting the product and not getting it to last and having to spend more money to buy more concealer. I am a frugal woman and I am spending a lot of money on makeup. I better spend it correctly because, you know, there are things I want to do in life. There are trips I want to take. You know, and it's a lot more than just makeup. Makeup is just so much fun to me, and it fills up my day. I dream about makeup. I love makeup so much. So, just another tip from me to you. You can use foundation as concealer. It will not hurt in the least bit. And I figured that out when I watched Bailey do a full face using only concealer. It was really funny. She had like 6 or 7 of those Tarte Shape Tapes in her hand. And she's like, I'm just going to do a full face of concealer. And I'm looking at those Tarte Shape Tapes thinking, those are what, $30 a piece? And you got like 6 of them in your hand and you're just going to slather them all over your face. And when I tried to slather it, I ran out so fast. I was so upset. I was like, now that's going to drain my bank account. Because as you can see, it does take care of my darkness really well. Just like concealer does. Now, I am going to go back in with some contour. But I don't go in with a liquid and then, because my skin is oily. Too many liquids don't mesh well. After a couple hours, I just look like a big grease ball and it all goes everywhere. So that's it for my liquid right there. You're seeing it. And then I will go in with my trusty Coty Airspun right now and hold while I finish this. Okay, and we're back and the powder is on. And as you can see, I've tried to do my eyebrows. They look pretty close. They're not quite sisters. They might be cousins, but they're not angry. So we're just going to leave it go because I'm going to overthink it. And next thing you know, I'm going to have caterpillars on my face. So let's just let it go at that. Now, where was I? Okay, so now I'm powdered and I can do my lower eyes. So since I went in with the brown and the purple, let's go back over here. I'm going to use Glamlight's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Look at this beautiful color story. And I'm going to go in with this purple here. It is called Pool House. And for the shimmers, I went with the Gourmand Girls Radioactive palette. Check that out. Look at those shifty shades. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, I just love it. I love my makeup. Okay. All right, stop. It's just makeup. It's hammer time. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this Harry Potter brush my daughter bought me. It's beautiful. It's a flat one, and it's going to get right under my eyes. Okay, it's kind of hard to talk while making this face. I don't know if I should fast forward this or what. Ooh, now we're cooking. A lot of times my eyes like to water and it makes me so sad because I'm trying to look beautiful and you can't put makeup on when it's wet. But today they are not watering because it is raining out. So I think I've developed allergies since living in Kansas. I've been in Kansas now since 1997. 5 or 16 years. I don't know. Yeah, my oldest was 3 when we moved here. She is now, she's going to kick my ass for telling you this. She is now 31 years old. Yes, my daughter is 31. She's going to be like, Mom, that is nobody's business. It's my business, Caprona. But, so, my kids, I've got 3 beautiful daughters. I've got a 31-year-old, a 19-year-old, and an 18-year-old. And the 18-year-old is still finishing high school. She'll be done this May. And then I think she's going to be headed to KU. My 19-year-old lives in Wichita, and she is affianced. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. Let's see. I like that. That looks so pretty. All right. Now we're cooking with fire. What do you think? Look okay? This is my everyday. I'm just doing this for everyday looking. Isn't that silly? I have to beat my mug every day. Let's go in with this Realer Bronze Beauty. I got this in a glam bag. As you can see, she's quite old, quite used, quite loved. Also, I'm broke and I can't afford a whole bunch of these bronzer things, so I use them till they're gone. This is a beautiful brush I got from Smashbox. Is it? Yeah, Smashbox. It's a Smashbox brush, angled for her pleasure. No, it's for makeup. Silly. It's not pleasure. Well, it depends on if you have pleasure putting on makeup. I think there's someone you can talk to about that. Unless you're into that. I'm not trying to kink shame. I'm not into that. All right. There we go. Add some color back to the face. Nice. Nice color. I know it looks a little orangey, but I'm a little whitey. Sorry, I cracked myself up. So, would that make it a contour or a bronzer? If it's orangey. I like it that color though. I think it's pretty. I just want to kind of define my cheekbones because I have always had this big fat round face. And now that my hairline's receded some, I need to cover some of that up. Boy, let me tell you, ever since I got COVID, my hair got real thin too. I've always wanted to try things like the Way shampoo or Wow products and stuff like that, or Briogeo. Do you know how expensive that is? Jesus Christ. So, if I end up with a whole bunch of followers and Briogeo's watching, I would love PR, because I would love to try your product to see if it helps my thinning hair. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice. Yes. All right, now we need some blush. Here we go with my good old blush trio from Ulta Beauty Blush Trio. Dirty but loved. $7. It was a great sale. I was like, I'm getting that. And my husband's like, you're buying more makeup? This is different makeup. Like, you just bought makeup. No, I had bought foundation. This is blush. It's totally different than foundation. Now he's kind of like a connoisseur of makeup. And it's not his fault. It's my fault. Because I hold him hostage. And I'm like, look at my makeup. And I don't know how much I should say online, but he is a big supporter of me. Now, we both work. We both put in the same amount for bills. And so when I buy makeup, I always make sure my bills are paid first. It's like so much fun now. Would I like more blushes to try? Absolutely. Do I need them? No. Because this holds up really good. And as you saw earlier, or in an earlier video that I'm going to post before I post this one, this lasted 11 hours on my face and was beautiful. Now, they call this thing blush blindness. When you get too much blush on, you just go back over with your powder and lighten it up a bit. But if you want your makeup to last, Nikki LaRose, who's an awesome makeup artist, I just love her, and she's from Los Angeles, my hometown. She says if you want it to last, you have to put more on because it will fade. And so the more you have on, the less fading you're going to get, or it'll fade, but it'll still be there because you have more on. So she says it's not nice to say things like blush blindness about people. You know, we shouldn't. We should be nice to each other. You know, if someone wants to wear a lot of blush, let them. That's, you know, you got this one life to live every day. And if you want to wear blush, by God, wear blush. But that being said, I think it helps with blurring out my rather large pores on my face. Can you see them? Yeah. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. What time do we got? Okay. Okay, so I finished up. I sprayed. All I have to do is put on my trusty little mascara, but I have to go pick up my husband for now. So y'all have a great time. I thank you for getting ready with me. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. This has been a really lot of fun, and time flew by so fast. This was ridiculous fast. So, yeah, there's going to be some editing because it's probably too long of a video, but it's an honest video. It's how it works. Maybe there's not going to be any editing. Maybe I'm just going to post it as is. I don't know. I'm still not comfortable showing my face without makeup, but I am showing it with makeup, so it's an honest video. It's who I am. Let's see what happens. Thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it, and hope you all have a wonderful day out there. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Yeah, and just enjoy the day because life is short, and it's just time to enjoy life. Thank you. Bye.